one thing that I think is imperative that Colorado does this weekend is not turn the ball over. If you look at the stats from last weekend, Kansas State did not roll up 600 or 700 yards offense, but what they did do was take the ball away 5 times. A&M committed 5 turnovers, and if Colorado reduces those turnovers, that keeps them in the game right there.
I think another major factor in this game will be who can run the ball better. Right now, Kansas State clearly has one of the better rushing attacks in the Big 12 conference. Their running back is leading the Big 12, and then you have Colorado with Rodney Stewart, who's has 3 100-yard games this year. Is coming off a week where he was named co-offensive Big 12 Player of the Year or Big 12 Player of the Week, and scored the winning touchdown for the Buffs last week. So I think whoever is able to run the ball better and like you said, take care of the ball better probably wins this game.
Well, and in that thing about the running game, you're the one that brought that up earlier today. You were talking about Colorado's run defense all of a sudden looks awfully, awfully good if you take the last 2 games into account. I mean, Kansas and Texas couldn't move the ball at all on the ground.
Right. Combined 36 rushing yards between Kansas and Texas, and that's kind of a head-scratcher to me, given the fact the way this defense started the year, giving up huge chunks of yards at times to Toledo, Colorado State, West Virginia.
And it wasn't just in the passing game, and that's
right.
the thing.
West Virginia ran for like 250-something yards against the
Toledo
Buffs.
Quarterback ran for 65 on 1 play.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been a striking case of development, I guess. They say, the Buffs say, the coaches say that they haven't really changed a lot of things. It's just been, players kind of growing up throughout the first 6 games here. But I don't really, if that's what they say, then, you got to go with that. But it just seems remarkable how far they've come.
It's been a nice transformation to watch. You hope that it continues. So what's your prediction?
All right.
All right.
Ben Burney came running up to me on the field the other day after the game, and he's like, Ringo, I'm never giving you another interview if you pick against us again. And I can't keep that promise. I mean, there's 6 games left in this season, and who knows what we're going to get. But
does he realize that when you pick against him, they have a better shot at winning?
Yeah, I guess. And apparently not. He wants me to pick them every time. So, but I'm gonna go with the Buffs this week. They impressed me last week. I think they have a little bit of momentum on their side. They definitely have some belief in themselves, which they haven't had all season until this point, I don't think. I mean, I think that started to happen against Texas, and then they had sort of a disastrous end to that game. But I'm going to go with the Buffs. I'm going to say it's a relatively low-scoring game. I'm going to go with the Buffs by a field goal, 24-21.
Ooh, okay. Well, good to see you buying the Buffs finally. I think their stock is definitely coming up. I'm not sure if it's a gold, blue chip stock yet, but I think they're a pretty good team. I'm going to go with the Buffs this weekend. I like their defense. I like what Tyler Hansen brings to the table. I think this is a 30-21 game, Colorado.
Really? You're picking the Buffs, man? That's
yeah,
shocking.
I know. Shocking. I know.
Shocking development.
But I was right last week.
This might make the nightly news. you picked the Buffs.
Yeah.
All right. Come back next week and we'll
dissect.
Dissect, huh?
Dissect.
All right. And then we'll be looking forward to Halloween and the Missouri Tigers.
Gold out.
Gold rush, gold out?
Gold
What's it
out.
gonna be?
I don't know.
All right.